All right. And we are live. All right. Okay. What's up, everybody? This your boy King Gabe. Just had somebody message me in Discord. One of our followers. Well, actually, it's on EJ's end from his hangout in his Discord. One of the I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is me. This is me, not me, but me with the three eyes, the me. So, um, yeah, yeah, he had just text. He ain't been a while since he heard from him, so he was, hollering, "What's up?" And I told him I'm starting the live. Told him I'm starting this live stream here. In the read old Joshua before, and of course a little bit late. I have got a midnight shift at work, so but don't worry, I did get rested up. Matter of fact, I practically slept this morning. So yeah, as soon as I think cause I know I did my weekly update last night, Tuesday night. So shortly after that, what I just did, because wife and she had to go to work at 4 a.m. This morning. So basically, I just sort of hung around, just sort of hung up and sort of got a few posts and stuff like that, and they, something like kind of dabbled with a few things. And then once she went to work and I saw her off and ate a little breakfast with her and everything, then I went to sleep. I was practically in the basically I was in the bed pretty much most of the time that she was at work. Did a few things when I woke up before she got back, and yep, here we are now. Like I say, so yeah, I'm definitely rested up. Say you can't. So we're finna go on and get into good old Joshua, because Joshua about to lead Israel up against Jericho. Yeah, he about to yell them walls down. Let's say so. That's what we're about to get into for tonight. There, um, and as I said, if you say you still check out the weekly update, but if you hadn't seen it, I did mention that this is the only live stream I'm planning for this week. Is what we're doing right now. I'm probably and I'll probably have a video to drop to you guys tomorrow or Friday. One of those days depends on how I feel. But it will drop this. It will drop before this week is over. Give you guys some entertainment still, and also I got something. I might drop it tomorrow because something else just came up that I got to talk about there. But it won't. It's not good. But again, not going to be a live stream. But it'll be something that will need to come up here immediately though, because like I say, it just kind of came out of the blue, and hey, got to talk. Had to say, but I ain't gonna spoil it yet. There, so you'll have to see it when it get here. Just like I say, so this first, tomorrow Friday, a little mystery video. So if you're on my Patreon, you probably know what it is, possibly, and then another mystery video out of the blue. So, and then also I got to get the video. I didn't get it because I was asleep, but there's two other videos I do need to get on here to get up to for early viewing on Patreon there before they drop to YouTube. So yeah, so we'll be done. So yeah, like I say, got entertainment planned for y'all. Don't worry. While trying to work on some things around here. Yeah, so, yep. And like I say, mainly the reason of no live streams this weekend after this one is because of want to make sure we give Queen Tina some attention for her birthday. Yeah. So yeah. All right. So all right. Let's get the attention over here. Um. Oh, that's right. We read. So we read up to chapter 5. Um, and and to say last thing that happened. They had crossed over the Jordan there. Jordan just had just disintegrated when they walked across it with the Ark of the Covenant. There were two spies that were spying out Jericho. One of the lady named think her name was Rava. We're gonna hear her name, so I'll say I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right here, but I'll hopefully when I read it here in the Bible, I pronounce it right. Rahab, think what it is. But she hid the spies and allowed so they would not get caught. And then they went about their way and told Joshua, what's up with Jericho. And then of course there was this after some circumcised and Passover dinner. There was an angel of the Lord that stood. He said he was the uh, commander of the army for the Lord there. So yeah, so that's so now it's battle time. Yep. So as they say, game time. Chapter 6, we're getting right into it. The fall of Jericho. Yep. Okay. I think got one person in here. Make sure y'all give a like for this battle of Jericho here. Now Jericho was shut up inside and outside because of the people of Israel. None went in and none went out and none came in. It was like we ain't going nowhere. We staying inside here. And the Lord said to Joshua, see, I have given Jericho into your hand with its king and mighty men of valor. You shall march around the city. All the men were going. Make sure I ain't skipping that. Okay. All the men of war going around the city once. You shall do it for 6 days. 7 priests shall bear the 7 trumpets of ram horns before the ark, and on the 7th day you shall march around the city 7 times. The priests shall blow the trumpets. When they make a long blast with the ram's horn, you shall hear the sound of the trumpet, and all the people shall shout with a great shout, and the wall of the city will fall down flat, and the people shall go up, everyone straight before him. Yeah, it's pretty much like I say, another nostalgic moment from the animated series Greatest Adventure Story from the Bible. Joshua, when he told them the plan and everything. I remember, and then I remember when they showed them before they got to the 7th day. Excuse me, there. Something in my eye. Oh boy, I hate when that happens there. It's like Pastor Odom, God rest his soul, told us about. There was one Sunday he told us, we as human beings think we all big and bad. We big and giants like the monsters and Power Rangers. Like, well, he said, let something get in your eye. Oh no, I can't. Oh no, and then we go to bawling and crying and everything there. So yeah, much like Goliath getting that. In his case, it wasn't in his eye. It was right in his forehead where David struck him with that stone. Yep. So yep. Yeah, it's definitely making me think they were marching around. They were marching around Jericho and everything. Going to double bum ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-bum, ba-dum, dum, 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 dum. Ba-dum, bum, dum, 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 dum. Almost kind of I don't know if that's what's intentional, but it almost made me think of an old song back in my Sunday school class at New Bethlehem. We are soldiers in the army. We have to fight, although we have to grind. We got to hold up the bloodstained banner. We got to hold it up until we die. Oh, so yeah, kind of like that. So I guess to go with, oh, don't you freeze up on me. They go with how the music was being shown there, because we don't know exactly how the rhythm was. We just know they were playing the horns and stuff. But how the animated series showed us, I guess you could say they did. We say, we are soldiers. We are in the army of the bloodstained banner. Something like that. So yeah, so that's what kind of making me think of. And then the king up there at Jericho, he was watching like okay, they just march around. Now they're going back to the tent. What are they doing? So yeah, King was getting all messed up, and it was like, well, maybe we can attack the camp. No, wait, what if they're expecting us to? Well, maybe they know we're expecting us to, but maybe they know we're expecting them to expect them. But what are they doing? So it was really it kind of was getting in their heads there more so than physical there. Because you get in a person's head and pretty much drive them to insanity there, yeah, you can win just as much of a battle that way than you can with fisticuffs there. So yeah, sometimes like they say, sometimes your brain is a more powerful weapon than your physicality there in some cases. Because like I say, yeah, that mental because mentality, like I say, physical does have a lot of effects. Yeah, you pack some powerful punches, but that mentality can really can either help or it can mess you up there, depending on how it's used there. Because they, like I say, you start thinking a certain way, even if you got the capability to do something. If you think you can't do it, then yeah, you ain't gonna do it, even though you got the ability to do it. So, all right. Sorry about that rant there. Just a lot of things came to mind just from them first few scriptures there. See, so when so Joshua the son of Nun called the priests and said to them, "Take up the ark of the covenant. Let 7 priests bear 7 trumpets of ram horns before the ark of the Lord." And he said to the people, "Go forward, march around the city. Let the armed men pass on before the ark of the Lord." And just as Joshua had commanded, the 7 priests bearing the 7 trumpets of ram's horns before the Lord went forward, blowing the horns, with the ark of the covenant of the Lord following them. The armed men. Oh, okay. So like, let me turn this sound down so I won't have no. Hey, let's say no copyright from my ringtone or something. Okay. So just the arm, they following them. Okay, he says to the people, "Oh yeah, take up the okay." I'll just start here. And just as Joshua commanded the people, the 7 priests bearing the 7 trumpets of rams' horns before the Lord went forward, blowing the trumpets with the ark of the covenant of the Lord following them. The armed men were walking before the priests, who were blowing the trumpets, and the rear guard was walking after the ark while the trumpets blew continually. But Joshua commanded the people, you shall not shout or make your voice heard, neither shall any word go out your mouth until the day I tell you to shout, and then you shall shout." So he caused the ark of the Lord to circle around the city, going once, and they came back to the camp, spent the night in the camp. Joshua rose early in the morning. They the priests took up the ark of the Lord. The 7 priests bearing the 7 trumpets of the ram horns, and before the ark of the Lord walked on, and they blew the trumpets continually. Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, 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 something like that. And the armed men were walking before them, and the rear guard was walking after the ark of the Lord, while the trumpets blew continually. But the second day they marched around the city once and returned to the camp, and they did this for 6 days. On the 7th day, they rose early at the dawn of the day and marched around the city in the same manner 7 times. It was the only day that they marched around the city 7 times. And at that 7th time, here it comes. The 7th time when the priests had blown the trumpets, Joshua said to the people, Shout, for the Lord has given you the city, and the city and all that is within it devoted to the Lord for destruction. Only Rahab, Rahab, the prostitute, and all who are with her, shall be devoted to the Lord for destruction. Like, who are with her shall live. Sorry, I read that. Okay, I read that wrong. Shall live because she hid the messengers whom we sent. But you keep yourselves from the things devoted to destruction, lest when you have devoted them, you take any of the devoted things and make camp of Israel the thing for destruction, bring trouble upon it. But all the gold and silver, every vessel of bronze and iron are holy to the Lord. They shall go into the treasury of the Lord. So the people shouted, and the trumpets were blown. As soon as the people heard the sound of the trumpet, the people shouted a great shout, "Oh!" And and the wall fell flat down, so that the people went up into the city and remained straight before him. They captured the city. Then they devoted all the city to destruction, both men and women, young and old, oxen, sheep, donkey, and the edge of the sword. But the two men who spied out the land, Joshua said, "Go to the prostitute's house and bring out from there the woman and all who belong to her, as you swore to her." So the young men who had been spies went in and brought out Rahab, and her father and her mother and her brothers and all who belonged to her. And they brought all the relatives out and put them outside the camp of Israel, and they burnt the city with fire and everything in it. Only the silver and gold and the vessels of bronze and iron they put into the treasury of the house of the Lord. But Rahab the prostitute and her father's household, who all belonged to Joshua, stayed alive, and she has lived in Israel this day, because she hid the messengers whom Joshua sent to spy out from Jericho. Joshua laid an oath on them at that time, saying, "Curse before the Lord be the man who rises up to rebuild this city Jericho. At the cost of his firstborn shall lay the foundation, and the cost of his youngest son shall he set up the gates." So the Lord was with Joshua, and his fame was in all the land. In chapter 7, Israel defeated Ai, not the AI that we know today. This is something else here. So defeated at Ai. I think that's how it's pronounced there. But the people of Israel broke faith in regard to the devoted things for Achan. Oh dear. Broke the faith in regard to the devoted things for Achan, the son of Carmen and the son of Zeb, I think it's Zeb, Zabdi of Zabdi, the son of Zerah, the tribe of Judah. Some took some of the devoted things, and the anger of the Lord burned against the people of Israel. I told y'all not to do that. Joshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, which is near Bethaven, east of Bethel, and said, "Go up and spy out the land." And the men went up and spied out Ai, and returned to Joshua, said to him, "Do not have all the people go up. Let 2,000 or 3,000 men go up and attack Ai. Do not make the whole people toil up there. There are a few." So about 3,000 men went up there from the people, and they fled before the men of Ai. The men of Ai were killed. About 66 of their men chased before the gate as far as Shebron, and struck them down at the descent, and the hearts of the people the hearts of the people melted and became as water. Joshua tore his clothes and fell to the earth before the ark of the Lord. Until that evening, he and the elders of Israel, they put dust on their head. Joshua said, "Alas, Lord, O Lord God, why have you brought this people over the Jordan at all to give us into the to give us into the hands of the Amorites to destroy us. Would that we have been content to dwell beyond the Jordan? O Lord, what can I say when Israel has turned their backs before their enemies? For the Canaanites and all the inhabitants will hear of it and will surround us and cut off our name from the earth. And what will you do for your great name? The sin of Achan. The Lord said to Joshua, get up, why have you fallen to your face? Israel has sinned, they have transgressed my covenant that I commanded them. They have taken some of the devoted things, they have stolen and lied and put them among their own belongings. Therefore, the people of Israel cannot stand before their enemies. They turn their backs before their enemies because they have become devoted for destruction. I will be with you no more unless you destroy the devoted things from among you. Get up, consecrate the people and say, consecrate yourselves for tomorrow, thus say the Lord your God. There are devoted things in your midst, O Israel. You cannot stand before your enemies until you take away the devoted things from among you. In the morning, therefore, you shall be brought near by your tribes, and the tribes that the Lord takes by lot shall come near the clan by clans, and the clan that the Lord takes shall come by the house near the households, and the household that the Lord takes shall come, say, near man by man, and he who is taken with the devoted things shall be burnt with fire, he and all that he has, because he has transgressed the covenant of the Lord, and because he has done an outrageous thing in Israel. So Joshua rose early in the morning and brought Israel near tribe by tribe, and the tribe of Judah was taken. And he brought near the clans of Judah, and the clans of the Zerites were taken. He brought near the clans of the Zerites man by man, and Zebah was taken. He brought near his household of Judah was taken. And Joshua said of Carmi, son of Zebah, son of Zerah, the tribe of Judah was taken. And Joshua said to Achan, my son, give glory to the Lord God of Israel. Give praise to him and tell me now what you have done. Do not hide it from me. Achan answered Joshua, truly I have sinned against the Lord God, but this is what I did. I saw among the spoil a beautiful cloak of Shinar and 200 shekels of silver, and a bar of gold weighing 50 shekels. I coveted them and took them. They are hidden in the earth inside my tent with the silver underneath. Joshua sent messengers, and they ran inside the tent. Behold, it was hidden in there. And they took them out and brought them before Joshua and all the people of Israel and laid them before the Lord. And Joshua and all of Israel took Achan, son of Zerah, with the silver cloak and the bar of gold, and sons and daughters, and sheep and oxen and donkey, and his tent and all he had. And they brought them up and said, Valley of Achor. Joshua said, why did you bring trouble upon us? The Lord brings trouble on you today. And Israel stoned him with stones and burnt them with fire and stoned them with stone. They raised over him a great heap of stones that remain to this day. Then the Lord turned from his burning anger. Therefore, the name of that place is called the Valley of Achor. That's why they say obedience is better than sacrifice there. The fall of Ai. The Lord said to Joshua, do not fear, do not be dismayed. Take all the fighting men with you and arise, go up to Ai. See, I have given into your hand the king of Ai, and his people, and his city, and his land. You shall do to Ai and his king as you did to Jericho and its king. Only as spoil and livestock you shall take as plunder for yourselves, but lay ambush against the city behind it. Okay? Okay, making sure I ain't skipped no page there. Okay. Click this off the screen. Okay. That way I can see the chat. So Joshua said to all the fighting men of Ai, arose to go. All the fighting men arose to go up to Ai, and Joshua chose 30,000 mighty men of valor and sent them out. Sent them by night, and he commanded them, "Behold, you shall lie in ambush against the city behind it. Do not go far from the city, but all of you remain ready, and all the people who are with me, will approach the city, and when they come out against us, they just before at we just as before, we shall flee before them, and they will come out after us until we have drawn them away from the city, and they will say they are fleeing before us, they are fleeing from us just as before, so we will flee before them. Then you shall rise up and ambush and seize the city, for the Lord your God will give it into your hand. And as soon as you have taken the city, you shall set the city on fire. You shall do according to the word of the Lord. See, I have commanded you." So Joshua sent them out, and they went to the place of ambush and lay between Bethel and Ai, and I, trying not to say to the west of Ai. But Joshua spent that night among the people. Joshua arose early in the morning and mustered the people and went up, he and the elders of Israel, before the people of Ai, and all the fighting men who were with him went up and drew near before the city and encamped on the north side of Ai, with Rabbin between them and Ai. He took 5,000 men and set them in ambush between Bethel and Ai to the west of the city. They stationed their forces in the main encampment, which was north of the city, and its rear guard west of the city. But Joshua spent that night in the valley, and soon as the king of Ai saw this, he and all his people of the men of the city hurried and went out early to the appointed place toward Arabah, and to meet Israel in battle. He did not know that there was an ambush against them from behind the city. Joshua said to Israel, "Pretend to be beaten before them," and fled in the direction of the wilderness. All the people were in the city, called to pursue them, and they pursued Joshua and were drawn away from the city. Not a man was left in Ai or Bethel who did not go after Israel. Then they left the city open and pursued Israel. And the Lord said to Joshua, "Stretch out the javelin that is in your hand toward Ai, for I will give it into your hand." And Joshua stretched out the javelin that was in his hand toward the city, and the men in the ambush rose quickly out of their place. As soon as he had stretched out his hand, they ran and entered the city and captured it, and they hurried to set it on fire. So when the men of Ai looked back, behold, the smoke of the city went up to heaven. They had no power to flee this way or that, for the people who led the wilderness turned back against the pursuers, and when Joshua and all Israel saw that the ambush had captured the city, and that the smoke of the city had went up, they turned back and struck down the men of Ai, and the others came out from the city against them. So they were in the midst of Israel, some on this side and some on that side, and Israel struck them down till there was left none that survived or escaped. But the king of Ai they took alive and brought him near Joshua. When Israel had finished killing all the inhabitants of Ai in the open wilderness, there they pursued them, and all them to the very last had fallen by the edge of the sword. All Israel returned to Ai and struck it down with the edge of the sword, and all who fell that day, both men and women, were 12,000, all the people of Ai. But Joshua did not draw back his hand, with which he stretched out the javelin, until he devoted all the inhabitants of Ai to destruction. Only the livestock and the spoil of the city Israel took as their plunder according to the word of the Lord that he had commanded Joshua. So Joshua burned Ai and made it forever a heap of ruins, as it is to this day. And he hanged the king of Ai on a tree until the evening. And at sunset, Joshua commanded that they took his body down from the tree and threw it at the entrance of the gate of the city and raised over a great heap of stones which stands there to this day. Then Joshua renews the covenant. At that time, Joshua built an altar to the Lord, God of Israel, on Mount Ebal, just as Moses, the servant of the Lord, had commanded the people of Israel, as it is written in the book of the law of Moses, an altar of uncut stones, upon which no man has wielded an iron tool, and they offered on it, burnt offerings to the Lord, and sacrificed peace offerings. And there, in the presence of the people of Israel, he wrote on the stones a copy of the law of Moses, which he had written. And all the people, all of Israel's sojourner, as well as the native born, with the elders and officers and the judges, stood on opposite sides of the ark before the Levitical priests who carried the ark of the covenant of the Lord, half of them in front of Mount Gerizim and half of them in front of Mount Ebal, just as Moses, the servant of the Lord, had commanded at first to bless the people of Israel. And afterwards, the Lord commanded at the first to bless the people of Israel, and afterward read the words of the law, a blessing and a curse. And the curse, according to all that's written in the book of the law, there was not a word of all that Moses commanded that Joshua did not read before the assembly of Israel, the women, the little ones, and the sojourners who lived among them. Okay. All right. Oh boy, we're getting up to an interesting one here. Let's see. Hang on. Okay. All right. So I'm going to read one last chapter, chapter 9, because there's something real interesting in chapter 10. So yeah, a little something to look forward to for our next Bible reading. A little cliffhanger there. The Gibeonite deception, chapter 9. As soon as all the kings were beyond the Jordan and the hill of the country and the lowland, all along the coast of the great river of Lebanon, the Hivites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, and the Hivites and the Jebusites heard of this. They gathered together to fight against Joshua and Israel. But when the inhabitants of Gibeon heard what Joshua had done to Jericho, to Ai, they on their part acted with cunning and went ready to make provisions and took worn out sacks for their donkeys and wineskins, worn and torn and mended with worn out patched sandals on their feet, worn out clothes, and their provisions were dry and crumbly. They went to Joshua, the camp in Gilead, and said to him and the men of Israel, "We have come from a distant country, so now make a covenant with us." The men of Israel said to the Hivites, Perhaps you live among us, and how can we make a covenant with you? They said to Joshua, "We are your servants." And Joshua said to them, "Who are you? And where do you come from?" And they say, "From a very distant country. Your servants have come because of the name of the Lord your God. For we have heard the report of all he did in Egypt, all that he did to the two kings of the Amorites, and beyond the Jordan, of Sihon, the king of Heshbon, Og, the king of Bashan, who lived in Ashtaroth. So our elders and all the inhabitants of the country say, Take provisions in your hands for the journey to go meet them, and say to them, We are your servants. Come now, make a covenant with us. Here is our bread. It is still warm. We took it from our houses as our food for the journey, we set out to come to you. Now behold, it is dry and crumbly. These are wineskins that were new when we filled them, but behold, they have burst, and these garments and sandals of ours worn out from a very long journey. So the men took some of their provisions, but did not act, but did not ask counsel from the Lord. And Joshua made peace with them and made a covenant with them and let them live. And the leaders in the congregation swore to them. At the end of 3 days, they made a covenant with them and they heard that they were their neighbors and lived among them. But the people of Israel set out, the people of Israel set out and reached their cities on that third day. Now their cities were Gibeon, Cheparah, Berah, Kirajera. And the people of Israel did not attack them because of the leaders of the congregation had sworn to them by the Lord God of Israel. And the congregation murmured against the leaders. And the leaders said to the congregation, we have sworn by the Lord, the God of Israel, that we may not touch them. This is what we will do to them. We will let them live, lest wrath be upon us because of the oath we swore. The leader said to them, let them live. So they became cutters of wood and drawers of water for all the congregation, just as the leader said to them. Joshua summoned them and said to them, why do you deceive us, saying you are from very far when you dwell among us? Now therefore you are cursed, and some of you shall never be anything but servants, cutters of wood, drawers of water for the house of my God. They answered Joshua, is because you of your servants, for a certainty of the Lord your God had commanded his servant Moses to give you the land, destroy all the inhabitants. We feared greatly for our lives because of you and did this thing. Now behold, we are in your hand. Whatever seems good and right in your sight to do to us, do it. So he did. He did this to them and delivered them out of the hands of Israel. They did not kill them, but Joshua made them that day cutters of wood, drawers of water for the congregation, and for the altar of the Lord to this day in the place that he should choose. Okay, so that's where we're gonna stop it for tonight. There, and as I say, have plenty of time to get ready for work and everything. And plus, we'll be starting from another very interesting story. We done covered the Battle of Jericho and apparently some other battles and little uh, little things that's been happening with Israel. But now, in the next Bible reading, let's just say there's going to be something involving the sun. So, yep. So until then, we will see y'all in the next video. Make sure y'all definitely like, share, subscribe, get our available books. Definitely hit us up. Definitely get us up on that Patreon, just like Iceman Universe, and support us there. Especially with the whole thing going on with YouTube, as I mentioned in the weekly update. Also, definitely just like you hang out with us in the live streams. Hey, what's going on, me? I was up, man. I'm trying. Like I say, because I mentioned I gotta go to work tonight at midnight. That's yeah, I gotta I'm. Oh, thank you. You say, but yeah, that's what I got. But we wrap it up because I gotta go to work at midnight and get ready for it. So yeah, um, but definitely be sure definitely be sure you catch the replay of it there. It's that Battle of Jericho is real good there. So, yep. So yeah, definitely like I say oh okay. Oh boy. Let's say well hope you get the it's still okay. Well hope you get the feeling better. Yeah, it's that time of the year there. That's why they be like I said, that's why we have to get them flu shots and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, just make sure you drink plenty of fluids and as they say, just kind of take it easy and hope and hope you get better soon. Now, yep. So okay, so So yeah, gonna wrap this up so I can start getting ready for work, man. Like I say, yeah, definitely support on the Patreon. Support the Miracle Crew. Queen King Gabe, yours truly, Queen Tina, Big Sis Case, our online member Janara Nelson, and EJ the Supreme. They are the people. Yeah, it seems. Yeah, from what I see in the text, seem like your English is pretty good. And honestly, I don't think. I mean, that may now some jobs may be hard to get, but I don't think you wouldn't get any job though. Because we got people at our store at Kroger. At Kroger, we got people that cut our fruits and stuff for. They make cut fruits for our customers. Now I think they're either Japanese or Mexican. There, I'm not sure completely, but I know that some of them um, they know a little English, but not a whole lot. But yeah, I mean they do a real good job, cutting up, serving cut fruits and vegetables for our customers there. So yeah, I mean, like I say, but I mean, English does seem good so far. But I mean, even if it wasn't, it's. I mean, you could still have a chance of getting a job there because, like I say, I mean, people. I mean, that's all anywhere in the world. I mean, people of different cultures and languages get able to do that there. So, that really would not be a hindrance there. It, like I say, it all depends on what job you're going for. But yeah, you could definitely get a job though in general. Yeah, and congratulations on they made an internship. Okay, okay, yeah. So okay, but yeah, Miracle Crew, of course, yours truly, Queen Tina, online member Janara, Big Sis Casey, and EJ the Supreme. So, and also, just like you hang out in the live stream, hang out with us on Discord, Facebook, and we still do some stuff on that McCary app. Oh, shoe shop, okay, not bad there. Yep. So, yep, I hate to cut it there, but like I said, gotta get this a really wish I did really wish it was just like a regular morning shift, but they got me on this midnight shift. I hope this isn't permanent there. So yeah, but tonight, yeah, I got it. So yeah, I'm gonna close out and hope you catch some of my. Oh, okay. Okay. I might need to get me some support shoes too for my foot there. Yeah, because I think the shoes I got now for work might be the source of my foot pain. There, so might need to get me some different shoes. First chance I get. So yeah. Okay, but yeah, we'll definitely see y'all on the next live stream some point next week. And as for the remainder of the week, next video. Until then, we will see y'all later. Thank you so much for coming in when you did there, and hope you enjoy the replay. And also definitely get well soon, and good luck to the job field and everything. So I'm sorry. Like I say, it's the job. That's why I had to start when I did. It's the job there. So yeah. So okay, but yeah, definitely catch that replay. Yeah, it's a good Bible reading with the Joshua. Yeah, so yep, and we love you too, man. Love you. Like Metro Man say in Mega Man, and I love you. Yeah. All right. So yep, and definitely check out that short film EJ posted up on Discord there. Yeah. So, mhm. Okay, well, man, we try our best to, you know, try to like connect with people. Like I say, it's not perfect, but we do the best that we can with the help of the Lord. There, like I say, because I mean, all we can the best that we can do is just be nice to one another. That's the most important thing is treat people nice. Then you got that, yeah. you can pretty much follow with everything else there, best that you can. So yeah, we do the best that we can there. So all right, so we're gonna doing really good, really good. Yeah, we're doing really good there. Oh, hang on a sec. Yeah, we're doing good there, like I said. So and hope everything's going good with you there, buddy. Yep. So we're gonna I will, and like I say, we'll have some videos dropping tomorrow, Friday. So, um, yeah, so, yes, that's so busy over here too, man. So, yep. So we're gonna close. Let me close this out here, that, and we'll hope you can catch me next time, there, buddy. So, till then, we'll see you later. Me with the three eyes there. All right. And good luck on those exams, buddy. We'll be, yeah, well, like I say, you can, like I say, hope, as I be, as I say, hope you do really good with those, buddy. And take care. We'll see y'all in the next one there. Take care, everybody. Peace out. Thank you very much.